So, Damian, what species of wood or general types were present in southeastern England in the Bronze Age?
Well, this depends on whether you're talking about the woodland in lowland, wetland areas or slightly higher areas, because that had a big impact on the range of species. And obviously, because of waterlogged survival, we tend to get a much more detailed picture of the woodland around wetlands, either in wetlands or adjacent to them. But based on what I've seen personally and some of the key publications of these things, we know that alder was very common, obviously, particularly in the wetland source of evidence, because it likes growing near water. Then, surprisingly, there was a phase when oak and yew also grew in the wetland forests, and on higher ground as well. But it's particularly surprising to get oak and yew in the lowland wetlands. It's a kind of a woodland ecology we don't have anymore. Other common species were ash, willow, hazel, and then from a key site in Kent, the Swalecliffe Late Bronze Age well site with many wells found with waterlogged preservation, we have oak, coming from a range of different kinds of oak, from small managed woodland oaks up to huge wildwood oaks, up to 250 to 300 years old, which were split up into small boards and smaller timbers for use on the site. So it's not just the species, it's the size and the range of trees that we're talking about here. So at Swalecliffe we got the oaks, both managed woodland and wildwood oaks. We got a smaller amount of hazel managed in a coppice, so it was cut regularly every 3 years or so. And we got trees that we think probably came from hedgerows, species like fruitwood, and on other sites in the southeast as well, we've had species like field maple, which is a common hedgerow tree today. So we can imagine hedges with trees in them, managed woods cut regularly, probably nearer the settlements, and then further away, particularly in the hillier ground, we've got areas of wildwood, and then in the wetlands we've got some rather strange wetland forests that we don't have anymore. We don't have species like chestnut, which is so dominant today in the southeast. That came in with the Romans and really wasn't common until later medieval times. I don't think it was necessarily in Kent as early as the Roman period, but it was in the Isle of Wight. We know that now. I haven't personally seen any beech, which is also quite a common tree on the Down in Kent today. May have been there, but I haven't seen any from that period, from the Bronze Age period. So the predominant species, just to sum up, were alder, oak, ash, hazel, and then smaller amounts of willow and the fruitwoods. And the fruitwoods is a catch-all phrase. It includes species like hawthorn, crabapple, and other fruitwoods that are difficult to identify to species.